and that's why they call me the Shredder. Welcome everybody to PMAOWL for Overwatch League. This is the winners semifinals between Carolina Reaper and Smooth Brain Gang. Joining me in the booth this week is Flame Chaser, aka Joey. My name is Grookey, aka Nick. Um, Reffing is Jax, and behind the camera is that Dan guy. We've got a great game for you guys this week, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun. How are you feeling, Joey?
I'm feeling pretty good. We're going to see some Ilios first. Excited to see what both teams come out on. And it's looking to be a real good game. Both teams, obviously in the top of their division, have been playing really well this whole time. Hoping to see some exciting stuff tonight.
Obviously, you knew what teams were playing tonight, huh, Flame Chaser?
Funny story about that. I have a little note sheet that I have since I like to be prepared. And I was writing down like the different comps we might see and the different heroes that each like player plays, and I kind of smooth brained and did the game between Birds Aren't Real and Team by Tito's instead. So whoever's casting that one, just let me know and I'll give you a good piece of information.
Yeah. We've got all the info, but just for the wrong match.
Yep.
One thing we can say is both of these teams are coming off of huge victories. Both of these guys have heads of steam, and this should make for a very, very competitive series. As we mentioned earlier, starting on Ilios for control. What kind? Let's see. Let's throw each other under the bus. What kind of comps do you think are gonna be present in this map based on these teams?
Based on what I've seen from them, and I haven't seen the most, again, don't actually have the thing prepared. I'm going to guess that we're going to probably see brawl comps on this map mostly. I've been seeing, at least from the side of Carolina Reapers, a lot of like Kree, Hanzo, and like just general brawl comps going in. So I have a feeling we're going to see that since the snipers can be strong on some of the points here. But in just a couple of seconds.
Absolutely. We're hopping right into this, and this is going to be fun. This is one of my favorite maps in the entire game, especially looking at our supports. This is great potential for any Lucio, any Brigitte, any just go fast heroes. I love Ilios for that style. I'm not sure what we'll be seeing, but it should be a whole lot of fun. I'm very anxiously waiting for the selection here.
And all right, so coming out of the gate, we're seeing basically some really fast comps coming in here. On the side of Carolina Reapers, we have the Ryan, we have the double bubble comp. Sorry, we don't have a Ryan on that side. On Smooth Brain Game, we do have the double shield with Ryan Sigma. Right now, just looking at it, what do you think we're going to see coming out of the gate?
I'm thinking, just in terms of like what we've got here, we're gonna see a whole lot of damage output from the side of Smooth Brain Gang. Gonna be a whole lot of fast-paced, high octane stuff. We got the Ryan charging right in, and we got the Lucio speed to back that up. On the side of Carolina Reaper, expect a whole lot of in-your-face brawl comp.
Early pick from Names Wolf onto Hefty. That's going to be huge for Smooth Brain Game. Their comp is going to have a really strong point presence once they get onto it with that double shield and the Hanzo and Kree. They're just hoping to get onto that point, which they already did, and probably just set up there.
A major loss for them as a huge, even damage dealer is knocked out just immediately, but he's right back into the fight. No time lost almost. Hefty dealing in some big damage, hoping his team follows right behind him.
We see a little fight between Brontosaur and Shushifouf going on. It's over now, but neither of them got each other.
Oh,
already
yeah. Very, very nice, very nice.
And we should be seeing a grab kind of soon from Toaster Oven, probably hoping to clean this fight up with it. 98 to it already.
They combating Coalescence and a beat coming in.
And there comes along with
the
Primal. Shatter from Names Wolf coming out, doesn't see anything. And that fight's going to decisively go on the way of Carolina Reapers.
Awesome retake there. That was a great regain of composure there, as if nothing really happened. There was no loss. Sorry, I cannot speak right now. Anyway, they're getting reset here.
Bolts are coming out favoring the side of Carolina Reapers right now. They're coming up on 3 right now. Probably going to see the Pulse Bomb trying to assassinate one of the supports. Ooh, big flash. Pulse Bomb finds nothing, unfortunately. Hefty does go down pretty early. Brontosaur with the Deadeye. Novus with the beat. And
Trading
Juice
with the main
Deadeye.
tanks.
Dragon's coming out. Doesn't look like it's going to find anyone, but it does
Nothing
allow
like what they do, retake.
onto the point, yeah.
They do retake that.
And I'm expecting a defensive Deadeye at some point. The beat does come out.
Beat comes out.
Actually basically guaranteeing Carolina Reapers this fight. As everyone's just dying on point.
This is, as I expected, a very back and forth first point here. Very heavily contested. Just kind of just like whoever ults first kind of ends up winning the fight. And it's looking pretty nice.
And we're seeing the Reaper coming out on the side of Smooth Brain Gang now.
That should deal with the monkey very hard. I as a frequent of Winston, Reaper is terrifying. Oh, so many ults. Just oh my goodness, dude.
Y'all catch that one?
I actually didn't quite
High
catch
Noon
that one.
almost fully charged, had a Ryan shield to try to protect the team. The Winston ult lifts him above it and makes an awkward angle and cans him.
Oh, nice.
Was it a 4K or 5K? It was quite a few K.
Yeah,
That was 3 directly from the Deadeye, but oh my goodness, that was huge. I just was looking at the screen and then everyone was dead. That was
Oh, there's a pulse bomb. Huge pulse bomb by Shushifu, just straight in the middle of the team killing
coming
them all.
out.
And
Hefty
that should
dropping
guarantee
out
them the
his
point.
Primal Rage, but it doesn't really matter. Carolina Reapers will take this one handily after the first 3 fights. After 2 ginormous ults from both DPS players, that was, I'll just say, that was insane. I loved seeing that. That was,
thick.
Wow. Very, very thick with 4 Cs. Going into this map.
Looks like we need to pause.
Uh-oh.
Now, what changes do you think we might see from Smooth Brain Gang going into the second map? Or second point, sorry.
So I think going with Reaper right off the bat is probably the smartest thing if Hefty stays on Winston, and they just need to focus main tank hard for initiating fights if they want to get any separation and clearance to move into the hill itself.
Yeah, we never really got to see the Reaper getting any sort of value since that pulse bomb came out as soon as they came out with it.
Absolutely. So I think heavy focus on Reaper going for Monkey will allow Smooth Brain Gang to gain a little bit of leverage here. But if Carolina Reaper can keep on this pressure with the double bubble, I think perhaps a switch in the tank line might suffice. Double shield might not be the move here, going against a very in-your-face, not really affected by shields too much tank line.
That's actually exactly what I was thinking. As boring as it is always to say, it would be kind of nice to see Azaria probably coming out to help the Rhine. Just get a lot of value from it, get the protection on the Rhine so that he doesn't die as early as often.
For sure.
But it is always exciting to see these other comps that aren't just the Ryan Zarya Rush comps slamming their faces into each other.
Absolutely. Or on the inverse, an effective Sigma with, again, Azaria would probably be a little bit better because of the sheer damage output Sigma can produce. That'll probably eliminate a lot of... there's a lot of potential for shield break for Winston's bubble, which definitely needs to be priority number 1 when you see the bubble go down. Just shoot.
Can I throw a wild card into this mix?
Yeah, of course.
Roadhog eats Winston alive.
That's fair. Yeah.
Ooh, that is very true. A well-timed hook just ceases a push from Winston. And just in general, it's the same mentality with the Reaper. He's just got a whole lot of just, I don't even know what to call it. That kind of damage, that paunch, that
that
pure
punch.
grit.
And now with the changes to him, in my opinion at least, being somebody who is not a Reaper main, I find it much easier to mow down monkeys now. Even though you're technically doing less damage, it's way easier to just hit with your shots to me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you can afford to be a little bit further outside of range
Yeah,
as
yeah,
cannon as
exactly.
well. Like, so you don't have to put yourself into as much danger as Reaper anymore.
Very true. I have not played too much DPS in general, really. And when I do, I don't play anyone worth playing. Anyway, but the changes to the Reaper definitely make this a little bit more favorable for Smooth Brain Gang as we get our I forget already who just joined.
Brontosaur.
Brontosaur, yes. Joining back in. Seems like teams are ready. At least Carolina Reaper is ready. We are still waiting on Smooth Brain Game for the R, and we will get right into this.
Dan, I like that highlighted message. Just have to tell you, I appreciate it. You're welcome. You're welcome. I do have to say, this is the point that I would personally love to see Shushi Foof. I said it correct this time. On the Hanzo again, since last week when he was playing it, he was kind of shredding.
So interesting developments from Smooth Brain
Ooh.
Gang. They are going with the Diva. Oh, never mind.
Nope, back. They did change the
debated
ES lineup.
Junkrat and Soldier. That's pretty solid for this hill.
Oh,
And already
started.
big engagement's already here. Hefty dealing out big damage. Just mowing down these shields. I'm noticing these shields. Sigma's shield is already broken.
And now, with the Junkrat Soldier, I guess they are hoping to just burst down the monkey as fast as possible.
Monkey goes down.
Let's find a charge onto Hefty. That was a nice backwards charge. Now Juice
And
actually
Juice
coming up huge here.
Juice and Shushifoof cleaning a house, and they will take the point resoundingly. I seriously do. I think the change that needs to be made is within the tank lineup. Oh my goodness, Juice. And huge stagger, putting Carolina Reaper in an even better position now than they were before.
Carolina Reaper is also already coming up on 4 ults essentially.
Yep.
Whereas Reaper Gang only has 1. There's the
one
one already. Finds Brontosaur early. That's a huge early pick. Hefty gets hit by the charge, but the Primal comes out. He's surviving. The Deadeye comes out from Juice. All of them back up. Gets 1.
Deadeye gets Maknar.
And yeah, that's gonna force Smooth Brain Gang to already just back up basically. Or they're gonna keep on fighting it just for ult charge, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably go down.
They're fighting. It's been like a consistent 5v6, and they can't keep fighting like this. They gotta regroup. They're
Hefty touching
now
the door! He got it!
Oh my goodness.
And now
the ultimate sign of disrespect coming in from Carolina Reaper. I think they should resign and give up this round as just pure respect, because that
Shatter
is...
about to come out from Nameswolf, by the way. Probably gonna see him in about 3 seconds.
Oh, big grab.
He
A
comes
fat
out from
grab,
Biggie Twig
forcing
doing
out
some spins.
And Juice picks up 2, Hefty cleaning up with another Primal Rage. That is insane turnaround on that ult charge. I am very jealous. Hefty is a monster.
Yeah, that's crazy.
very
That was his
impressive.
second Primal this map, right?
Yes. And very close. They've got 5 ults. They gotta work coming up.
Smooth Brain Gang does get a pick before the fight even starts onto Juice. The tire coming out from McNar.
A tire is gonna come. Hopefully finds.
Nameswolf is going straight to point. Already on point. Tire does find 1. The Gravitic Flux coming out. I
Finds Arya.
don't know if that was needed, and they're probably gonna miss that for next fight. Hey,
I think
just wanna
they're
point out, General Dill tried to eat the pulse bomb while it was on the ground. It looked like, not just me.
Awesome. A prime Sigma mannerism.
Jumps off the edge. Just
But yeah,
resetting
it
himself.
looks like Smooth Brain Gang elected to go with the hit Q to win, and it worked. They still got a shatter to work with, about halfway to a beat. But with 2 ults on the side of Carolina Reaper, I think a well-timed usage of those might just swing this fight back into their favor.
And I mean, Carolina Reapers even already got it to 99. They can just wait until they have 1 or 2 more ults. These fights don't really matter. They just have to keep on applying pressure.
And that's a
Trade coming
third.
out here. Shushifoof already getting another pick too. So that puts Carolina Reapers up 1.
I missed it, but
This
that
thing's
is
pretty low.
third
Beat comes
of
out, but
Primal
too
Rage.
late for him, barely. Coalescence from Molsonator. Looks like they're trying to win this here. Probably going to see
And
the
they-
Deadeye coming out from Juice at
Yep.
some point soon.
And then there's no.
Names
there's
Wolf going
the-
really low. In the Grav gets taken out. The Deadeye coming out, trying to get any stragglers on the point. Doesn't seem like they even need it. Oh, does get McKnight.
Oh, the ball comes in. Oh my goodness! And the ball gets stunned
Ball
out
gets
of
stunned.
his pile driver.
And
He can
looks
still
like
contest. He's still rolling around, being ball, doing ball things, buying his team some time to regroup. Oh, and the coalescence is canceled immediately by Shushifu. Very unfortunate scenes there. Lucio trying his hardest to play a hero here, being launched up into the air. We got Macnar touching. We got a Tracer on the point now.
Tracy's recall already. It's
It's
taken out. Ball already back. The stagger is pretty good, but it's not going to be enough unless they can get something to happen, which they could not, unfortunately.
and map 1 goes to Carolina Reaper. A very, very, very good, well played map there. What are some things that you saw right off the bat that led these guys to take the dub? As they
I mean,
say.
we're going to see one
Yeah.
of the things right here. This play right here, honestly, even though it like only won one fight, just the amount of like, I'm going to use the word hype that you would get from doing that, just the amount of energy you would have after this, just puts
Their
your team on
comms
another level.
went insane, especially right after the huge Deadeye. I guarantee those comms are just flooded right now with just with just noise.
But other than that, I think that the tank switch up needed to come a little bit sooner. Not exactly sure what their tank pool is like, so I can't say anything that would definitely work for them. But like they were staying, in my opinion, on that Ryan Sig for a little bit too long. Probably hoping to get some big impact ults, but didn't end up really getting them. Just
Yeah,
came
no-
down to really losing on the tank fight, in my opinion, overall.
I have to agree. I think the Sigma is good in theory for damage output, but when it's countered with Azaria, that will just get more and more powerful as you shoot. And a Winston that's just jumping all over the place, I think a switch needed to be made. Unfortunately, was not made, but that is okay. Moving right along, waiting on Smooth Brain Gang to pick the next map. And yeah, that should be good. I want to point out on that second point, Hefty with 3 primal rages. I'm not sure exactly how common that is, but especially the first 2 were in such quick succession. Very efficient use of Winston there on that fight. Knew exactly what to do, how to do it. Created so much space from those primal rages, and I just thought that was incredible. What we
I mean,
saw
yeah,
there.
he was basically, and I don't know the exact way to describe the map geometry, but he was just standing on top of a little platform, just looking down, using his Tesla cannon, and just farming it up since they weren't doing anything to punish him. And he just got to sit there and literally farmed up a whole primal within like a fight.
It was crazy. We'll have to mention chat. He is not hacking, at least to our knowledge. Unless he is, then all the power to him.
You kidding me?
Honestly.
Winston's got auto aim. You can't miss, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just-
Surprisingly, actually gonna see Eichenwald as opposed to King's Row.
I
Not
like
complaining.
I like Eichenwald. Eichenwald is a fun map, and it definitely does favor this double shield when on defense.
I think more than anything, it favors Nameswolf getting to play Reinhardt. Reinhardt's so good on
exactly.
first and third, and he's had a bit more trouble. Their tank lineup hasn't felt like it's gelled as well this season when they don't get to just play Hammerman.
And
That is fair.
as long as they have their coordination down and can get through that first choke, yeah, Ryan's gonna just rip apart the enemy team. Assuming we're gonna see similar comps coming out, again, as lame as it is, I'm really hoping to see the Ryan Zarya coming out. Since as much as people don't like seeing it, I think that it's just very effective here and would get a lot of value.
What
I
we
think so. And
are-
if you're
Sorry, go ahead, Grass.
I was just gonna say, especially if you plan on taking this the distance and you want to have a firm hold, a Ryan Zarya definitely would be worth at least a consideration. But yeah, go ahead, Dan.
The one thing that might give that a bit of trouble is T-Mock tends to be a Mei specialist. So I'll be curious to see how that works out for our first choke when the Carolina Reapers get onto defense. They have chosen the attack for the first round here, I believe.
That's what it appears to be. Going into the game now.
Yeah.
And I mean, just taking a second to talk about it again, from the side of Carolina Reapers, we are also, I know we were talking about the tank lineups, but we're seeing some really good play from the side of the DPS also. Getting a lot of value from their ults, and just their general presence was very much felt.
Absolutely. Yeah. That was one of the things that I always feel with Carolina Reapers, that their DPS are very heavy on the off angles, whether that be based on the offest of angle being a deep flank, or just playing awkward sightlines that force the tanks to like kind of get no value because they can't afford to look away from the frontline fight. They can't afford to check their off angles. They really give them a hard time.
Yep, and it looks like they heard us from the booth. Smooth Brain Gang going with the Ryan Zarya, McCree, Hanzo, Lucio, Moira. Much of the same in terms of the DPS, but a very, very welcome switch on the tank lineup. Carolina Reapers going with the exact same thing, down to the T.
Yep.
This is looking like it's going to be a very, very, very brawly kind of thing.
Yeah, and just in case there's anyone who isn't too familiar with it, basically both of these teams are playing heavy brawl comps that are just going to slam their faces into each other. So
and just heavy encouragement to just hold left click and pray.
Yeah.
For every hero involved.
Brontosaur trying to get some early chip damage, gets a fair amount in on Hefty. Juice already going low.
Very low, very low. Healed up right away.
Speeding straight in through the choke. Most of Carolina straight down, just most straight through names Wolf. That's huge for this early.
Carolina Reapers taking space so early in that
dropping
fight.
Really low. If they can trade him out here, this fight's still possible. He's
they need to focus Hefty. This is still winnable.
Gets the charge, man. And Hefty shouldn't have stayed alive for that long, unless I was missing something.
That was just, they kind of rolled them, lack of a better term. I think Smooth Brain Gang just gave them way too much space very early on. It's especially ironic considering they were stood like right up on that choke very early. I think they just like retreated back way too early in that fight, and I think a little bit more pressure trying to again focus the Ryan, who is severely low for.
Keep an eye on Juice, by the way. He's going on a flank right now.
Oh my!
About to come up behind with the Deadeye. He's probably gonna pop in about 10 seconds. Just keep an eye on that. Hefty gonna be having the shatter soon. We'll see later on.
The duel is happening, and he takes out.
Kill. And the Deadeye comes out, forcing the team to turn around. Does trade him out. Shatter from Hefty coming out, doesn't find any names. The Wolf blocks it. General Dill gonna be coming in with the grab soon. Biggie Twig probably popping the beat. Yep. And we're gonna see the grab. I'm assuming. Sorry.
Very, very huge shutdown from Lucio there. Another big grab there, meeting the Coalescence full force, dealing out tons of damage.
Hefty and Toaster Oven dropping low. Toaster Oven goes down before the beat comes out. Juice trading McNara again. And Juice goes off the side but lands on the little platform. Going on a little flank now.
The Reddit plays are huge here.
He's actually looking to spawn camp, it looks like. The McCree duel going on in spawn. Juice loses there. His team's gonna be frustrated at him for that one.
Hefty's getting very low.
And here's the grab dragon.
The grab dragon. Taking out 3. Huge fight there. Huge fight win on the side of Carolina Reaper. Biggie Twig screaming out for their bones. As they have just been absolutely just cauterized.
Juice doing the lock of Shane comes back now, close to the end of the fight. Looks like Names Wolf is going to look for a shadow here. Mechnar probably going to look for a Deadeye also.
Hefty shatters early, finds General Dill. Doesn't look like anybody else, but it doesn't really matter. Mechnar finds the Lucio, but gets instantly swatted at by the Reinhardt. Cleanup ensues, and point 3 begins now. What do you think Smooth Brain has to do to at least hold this?
Well, honestly, the biggest thing seems to be some sort of coordination issue. That last fight, they really couldn't have hoped for much since they did get grab dragoned and they didn't have beat yet. However, I feel as if Carolina Reaper's DPS right now is by a fairly large margin outplaying Smooth Brain Game.
I have to agree. Oh,
yep.
the Dragon just misses. The grab got caught on the cart. Dude finds one.
That's gonna be Biggie Twig.
Oh, and actually
Shatter
big shatter coming in from Wolf.
Yeah. And yeah, that's sort of what I'm saying. The tanks now are finding almost as much ult charge and value, in my opinion. Just I feel like Sushi Floof and Juice are just hitting their shots today, and it's pretty crazy to see since they're getting a pick usually near the beginning of the fight.
Yeah.
We do see the Zen coming out. That's gonna help Carolina Reapers break through the Rhine shield even faster and just melt one single target essentially.
And I do think this favors the defending side a little bit more. Ooh, that shatter from Hefty is blocked, and he is
instantly destroyed.
And I was gonna say this definitely favors the shield or the tank lineup for Smooth Brain Gang here. They've got a very close quarter situation here. They can all just run behind Ryan, take cover, do what they need to do, and let DPS just kind of pick people off one by one. And that's what they should be aiming to do here. And it looks like they're doing just that. It's a very good hold so far. Hefty going in.
See the grab coming out, grab dragons coming out, the beat coming out to counter it. Did it come out late enough though? It did. That's actually huge on the side of Biggie Twig. Deadeye coming out from Macnar, finds one. Trades coming out here. So far looking like it's in the side of Smooth Brain Gang, but not quite sure yet.
Still technically even. Oh.
Ooh. Wilsonator getting like 3 there. Now it's just supportal combat on point with General Dill there to counter. It gets taken down, but their whole team's back by now.
May comes in to prevent any touch of the cart
gets
there
a friendly pick again. Like,
oh my goodness, man.
That's
big
huge. Shatter coming out.
That is a very big shatter.
And it looks like Smooth Brain Gang stabilizing for now.
With the dueling coalescences.
Toaster getting killed on the way out. On the ball now, by the way, helping them disrupt the backlines a little. And I just wanted to point out for a second, since I mentioned it a little bit, the beat coming out from Biggie Twig was actually huge there. It came out late enough into Toaster Oven's grab that it was able to fully counter the grab dragons, actually.
Yeah. Big reason why
Juice
there was so
finding an early Man, this is ridiculous.
Juice is absolutely just styling on these guys. There needs to be something done. There has been something done. This is a very good hold still.
Looks like we're going to see a shadow coming out from Hefty, by the way. General Dill with the grab. Grab coming out early. Probably the shadow coming out through it. Yep.
Shadow comes out, but it's blocked.
Hefty charges straight into the May block. However, trades are coming out so far favoring Carolina Reapers. Juice on the top of the Deadeye gets taken down. Dragon's coming out trying to zone off the back of point. Doesn't find anyone, unfortunately. Charge from Hefty might find Name's Wolf. Shadow from Name's Wolf coming out, finding just Toaster over, not getting a ton. Shushi Floof with a triple kill here. Looks like he's trying to clean up the point right now.
This is a valiant effort. Oh my god.
Shadow from Hefty coming out, finds General Dill. Biggie Twig's the last one on point right now, gets taken out. And I mean, Hefty's probably going down here, but did he do enough? Doesn't even go down.
Yet another Deadeye canceled by just sheer force. Coalescence comes out on the side of Carolina Reaper, and it might be too little too late.
Coming out from Biggie Twig, some more stalls coming out. Yeah, stall tanks coming out, stall heroes in general coming out. Brontosaur almost has the Blizzard. If they can stall for about 5 more seconds, it might be huge, but the Blizzard being popped does hit a bunch on point. Gets Hefty only so far frozen, but Brontosaur does get taken down real fast. Name's Wolf with ball on point, trying to stall some more. Dragon's going straight on to point.
Dragons come out, and that'll be it. Wow.
And that was a pretty decisive round from Carolina Reapers, in my opinion.
The first 2 points for sure. Smooth Brain Gang did show some huge unity. They showed a lot of good stuff on that last hold, but it was just not enough for the sheer force behind Carolina Reaper. And I think all-star considerations have to go to their DPS lineup there. Absolutely, just right place, right time, all the time. Spar a couple situations. Juice was very, 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 very instrumental in a lot of their success for a couple of those fights, even just stalling and keeping Mackinac busy.
And now the Hanzo does have the potential to obviously one tap a lot of. Oh, it wasn't too bad. Okay, the Hanzo does have the potential to one shot the squishies, which I mean you expect to see happen once or twice in a game. As frustrating as it is, you know, you happen to peek a sight line when the Hanzo's shooting an arrow and you just get domed and you're just out of the game. But we saw that happen at least 3 or 4 times at the very beginning of a fight.
Yeah.
Honestly, in my opinion, shows a little bit of a lack of coordination from Carolina Reapers right now. Or sorry, not Carolina Reapers, Smooth Brain Gang. Just a little lack of discipline. You know, after the second or third time of getting picked like that, I feel like you have to play a little bit more conservative. But
yeah. Interesting developments here. They've got a sim on the side of Smooth Brain Gang. Probably looking for a teleport.
Ooh, yeah, again, Shushifu finding an early kill on the Brontosaur. That's just, that's insane.
Yeah. His Hanzo has been very, very good. I was going to mention his very frequent dragons.
Carolina Reaper's pushing straight into spawn.
Oh my goodness. Are they going to touch the spawn door? That is the question.
Getting General Dill also.
Bet all your brute points to see if they touch the wall. Just kidding, that is not a pull. They won't touch the spawn door on this fight. It doesn't look like. Sorry, everyone that I just debated. Anywho, another fight looks like it's going to commence here.
He has Shatter already.
Yes, he does. That's
as Shatter. Wilsonator is building. That's
Shushi's gonna have the dragons this fight. Probably gonna see all this coming out. There's the Shadow gets blocked, unfortunately, but yeah, it goes down after that. Shushi finding 2 though, like this is ridiculous, guys. He's getting so much value. Gonna force the. Yeah, and I mean honestly, those 2 kills just forcing Smooth Brain Gang to just try to back out, getting mowed down on the way out though.
Absolutely, yeah. That was very efficient work there. Now they've got almost 4 ults on the side of Carolina Reapers that they can just use right off the bat. Smooth Brain Gang though still building ults. They've got almost 4 as well. Well, more like 3.
Hefty getting an early kill with the Fire Strike. That's huge again. Yep. All these early kills force. Wait, where's the McCree? How did you get there?
McCree's right behind Ryan and takes out the Ryan. I think a flip off the Symmetra is desperately needed. It looks as though it's not getting the value it so rightfully can do, and we see the switch to Ashe. Hopefully we see a little bit more coming from that switch.
Does have the dragons. Hopefully gonna see it be held until the Grav does come in. Grav dragons can hypothetically just win them the point here.
We do have a Shatter.
Straightforward. Man, B coming out but too late.
Dragons does find 1 on the side, a Smooth Brain Gang, but it's all for naught as all of them get taken out aside from the Zarya, who they are chasing down as we speak.
And I mean, they used both Beat and Dragons there and didn't really get any sort of value off of it.
They used a lot there.
I think the idea was that since they were stuck in the Grav Dragons, that they would send a dragon back at them so they wouldn't be instantly annihilated. Didn't work out though, unfortunately, for the side of Smooth Brain Gang.
That was a situation where you just hold your Qs and hope for the best. I think the Beat was the proper response.
James Wolf can get some value here, but does get shattered by Hefty and mowed down instantly.
Man. And a quick team kill.
And I mean, this is just a masterclass, in my opinion, from Carolina Reapers on how to play a brawl comp really well. They're just sticking together for the most part and just getting value off of their cooldowns. Don't point out the Fire Strike from Hefty right there. But generally speaking, almost every ability used has been like used to great effect. The picks from the Hanzo coming out early have been huge. The Sigma does come out on the side of Smooth Brain Gang, but it might be too little
behind them again.
Ooh. Man.
That is the name of the game here. Right place, right time.
Have time for another touch, but I don't think so.
If they go fast, they might. But they are not switching to any tanks that could. I think they have turned in their 2 weeks. And
Big
they're
shatter, big shatter.
just GG next round and hope for the best. That was absolutely masterfully done by Carolina Reapers. Yeah,
This is
just
gonna be that triple kill. Oh no, the grab dragons. That's what it usually is. I stand mistaken.
yeah, just absolutely masterful work done by Carolina Reaper. Juice at the end there with a sneaky, yet another sneaky Deadeye, just allowing Carolina to just play cleanup, and as they kind of did all for most of those fights.
So I don't know if you were watching him. Was he literally like in the middle of their team? Since I saw somebody get flashbanged in the middle of the fight and was like, "Where's the McCree?" And then I heard Deadeye pop.
So, which one? Where they were just like coming out of spawn, or
Yes,
the one
yes.
push? So I'm not exactly sure. I just saw him pop Deadeye right behind Ryan, and I believe he was also bubbled. So I think he must have been just like there and just rolled behind Ryan.
Do you
and
know
popped.
the little like house by there with the room that like
Yeah.
sometimes people hide in? Was he in there just flashbanging and then pop the Deadeye behind the Rhine? Since that's what I was guessing, but I might just be wrong.
I will be honest, I did not catch that, but yeah, just very, very masterful work done on the McCree by Juice. Just being as annoying as possible, flashbanging when needed, popping Deadeye seemingly at the worst moments for Smooth Brain Gang. Very opportune stuff for them.
And I mean, I think that the only, and I'll say 100%, but it's not even 100%, but probably the best counter to the comp that Carolina Reapers has been working with is probably getting some sort of dive going and just taking out the Hanzo early. That being said, he does have a good amount of protection with the Kree and the Zarya. But he's just getting so much value. But I'm not sure if Smooth Brain Gang quite has that within their team pools. So interested to see what comes out next. And what changes do you think we might see? Since Carolina Reapers is up 2-0.
I think Carolina Reaper is good to stay where they're at. Smooth Brain Gang, I'm not exactly sure. We saw the switch on the tank lineup, and it kind of worked. It definitely worked for them on the last point there. And had they kept with that and had they kept that momentum going, I think we could have seen more from that comp flesh out into the later parts of Eichenwald. But we never got to see that because they just could not break through the absolute wall that Carolina Reaper just manifested.
And I would like to point out, since I think it's worth noting, I think Names Wolf blocked about 4 shatters. It might have only been like 3, but he was doing really good blocking the shatters, just couldn't get value after.
Absolutely. It was a shame that those shatters came at pretty inopportune times while other alts were going on killing the other members of the team, it seemed like. Yes, very big hats off to Wolf for blocking all of those shatters, though, and making Hefty's job just a little bit harder. But yeah, that was just a huge hold from Carolina Reaper. Very, very good ult usage, very good synergy, it seemed like, and it was just too much for Smooth Brain Gang to keep up with. But we are transitioning. We will
Are we on
see.
Escort now? Okay.
Yeah, I believe so.
Escarte.
Did they say which map yet? Did I miss it?
No.
I saw New York, which is not a map currently. Ooh,
It
Dust
looks like
2.
a Dorado.
Looks like we're going up Dust 2, Rush B, no stop.
Doritos.
Yeah, we're gonna play some good old fashioned Nuketown for this map.
Yeah, Nuketown Zombies. I think the Dorado pick could either go amazingly for them or terribly for them. If they can get past the initial like first eighth of the map, then it would be a pretty good position for Smooth Brain Gang.
Sure.
Just I'm a little bit nervous about that first angle that they have to push with the high ground access to the Hanzo basically just being seeded automatically. Unless they go with a very mobile comp, then like they aren't really going to be able to contest that. And I have a feeling we're just going to see them ripped apart while they're pushing.
Yeah, I will say, due to Smooth Brain Gang's appeal to the Sigma here, I think that might work well in their favor. I personally like using Sigma on this map. Dorado very much lends itself to the Sigma play. A whole lot can be done, a lot of hands work, especially if there's a spam comp coming in. Just a whole lot of potential there for good Sigma play if it's done efficiently. But that is if they elect to keep that and not do any drastic changes to try to shake things up a bit. It does look like we've got 2 Rs and we are heading into the game now.
This may just be the final map of this match tonight. Hoping it isn't. Hoping to see Smooth Brain Gang rally something back at least.
I think so. I think this will be the one Smooth Brain Gang takes. We'll see what the picks are like for.
No. Sorry, I saw names Wolf Flash the Roadhog, and I actually would love that here. I have to say really fast.
I would love a Roadhog here. I want to see some hog. I think that would be very cool to see. We'll see if he will back up his gangsta and play that hog or not.
Dan, I'm gonna throw my hat into the ring and say Hefty's gonna get his ult first, but I could just be mistaken.
Ooh, I kind of mess with this lineup here.
Yeah, this is actually.
I love the dive here, the monkey ball. Zoopows is very. I love this comp. Is one of my favorite comps to play. If we see some very good movement, if we see the ball being enough of a nuisance in the backline to distract DPS, that'll leave the other 5 to clean up and do as they will to the rest of the team.
And I mean, this is the answer to Sushi Foof being on the Hanzo, which he isn't now, but it also will probably counter the Genji pretty well.
Looks like they're
seeing the pharmacy on both sides, by the way.
What's going on?
And we see Brontosaur on the far left.
Hefty jumping right in, trying to take care of
Juice gets mowed down. Or, sorry, Juice mows down Biggie Twig. Does get rezzed, however. Hefty hiding right behind the payload. Already see Juice 20% to his ult, along with Hefty. So just watching that little ult battle, Hefty's already at 30.
Yeah.
Next are getting T-Mog pretty early. Again, these picks are...
And they move the card up. T-Mog gets rezzed, sorry. And, but that does force Carolina Reaper to kind of push back and set themselves up. We've got Zen on the cart, moving steadily along. I think this is a good comp for them.
Discord does go down.
Oh, finding the Mercy with the pile drive, and it looks like it is smooth sailing for Smooth Brain Gang up to this point. We'll probably, obviously, see a contest coming in, especially from this monkey jumping in, taking care of the Pharah immediately.
Does get the Pharah.
Pharah does get res.
He has that problem, probably looking to contest right here, and he does get first ult as somebody who is talking right here called.
Yeah, good stuff.
Name is Wolf, matching him almost. Basically has his primal. Hefty does find a kill. The trans coming out from Biggie Twig, hoping to turn this fight, and the EMP coming out. That was coming fast enough to hopefully win this fight for them. Biggie Twig does find the kill on Toaster Oven, and Juice contesting the point right now does get taken out.
That was a great first fight, first point for Smooth Brain Gang. They did everything they needed to do. They played exactly how they needed to play, and it looked like pretty general ease.
It feels like the Discord orb seems like it's doing tons of work.
Yep, that's exactly what I was gonna say. The Discord orb does seem to be coming out huge. Lets them take out the Pharah real fast.
Absolutely.
And just generally getting a ton of value off of the Zen. It's a lot lower healing than what Carolina Reaper is getting. However, they seem to be getting the value needed with that less healing.
Got Hefty on the popping.
Barrage coming out from Brontosaur to take out Shushifu. The Mercy's sort of stuck alone out there. Wilsonator does get taken down. However, it's sort of a 3-on-3 on the other side. Juice getting taken out with the Deadeye being popped.
Mines come out to zone.
The point, essentially. Looks like Hefty's hoping to jump over, but he is hacked right now. Not going to be able to contest for a little longer. Shushifu and Wilsonator both having their ults, whereas on the side of Smoothbrain Gang, it's just Stek that has his currently. Probably going to see the Valk coming out from Smoothbrain as Carolina Reapers engage.
Sombra goes down.
Ooh, Nano comes out onto Hefty. He's going to farm up that Primal in like 3 seconds now. Unless everyone jumps away from him. Does find Stek, though.
Oh!
Dark takes out Juice. Does get traded by Toaster Oven. The res is going to come out onto Juice.
Hefty pops Primal just to not die, I guess, and confirm the kill on Biggie Twig. He jumped deep into the backline and popped it just to, I guess, really push him back on the back foot here.
And I mean, if it works, it works, but they might miss that Primal next fight. If he died, he probably would have been back before the time Smoothbrain Gang got back. However, they may have decided to push aggressively. Huge sleep on the top. Doesn't find too much with it, but still stops the aggression from Names Wolf, who almost does have his Primal. I have a feeling we're going to see a Grav Barrage coming out from Toaster Oven and Shushi this fight. Still sitting on the Valk.
Very low end Discord.
Juice finding the early kill. Toaster popping the Primal here, hoping to just bat around T-Mach. Does get slapped and woken back up. Grab Barrage coming out. Finds one only before Brontosaur trades him out. EMP coming up from... Okay, yeah.
Wow.
And this is about a 6-ult fight, I think. Does look like it's turning out in the favor of Smoothbrain Gang, with that trans honestly helping to turn it immensely. Shushi does get taken out after the fight is over, basically.
They commandingly take this second point. A good amount of time to work with. Ball is sleeping in front of the door, caught lacking, and he will continue to play around the point, try to create some space for the enemy team.
Sorry, I think that was 7 ults, by the way. Just
wow.
For anyone keeping track. General Dill does have the landmines again, probably going to pop them right here behind. Oh, never mind, 2 of his team does get taken out, would be a mistake to pop it here. Biggie Twig does get rezzed, however, I feel like they should just back out and cut their losses for this fight.
I think they should.
Names Wolf looks like he's going to get traded. Gets out with like 10 health.
And they, Carolina Reaper pops the Deadeye, finding nobody, unfortunately, as Wolf gets out in time.
Here comes the mines from General Dill. Does zone off the entire team. Names Wolf does get 2 kills just jumping in. Toaster Oven low in the backline should get down here. Hefty taking out Biggie Twig. Don't think they have the res. No supports on the side of Smoothbrain Gang, however, they are up a player.
Wow. And Wolf taking care of business here. He picked up, I believe, 3 kills in this life alone. In that fight,
he's gonna get taken down here. Hefty popping the Primal.
I don't think I agree.
But I don't think it was necessary there. At least in my opinion.
I think I want to save that for a bigger fight where everyone's on the cart.
And I mean, Wilsonator popping the Coalescence before the fight really began. He might have needed it. I didn't see. However, on the side of Smoothbrain Gang, they're going to be coming in with... Oh, never mind. They switch off the Sombra. They're going to be coming in with 2 ults, almost 4. Whereas Carolina Reapers only really has 1 that's almost charged. The Zarya probably is going to charge the Grav within the fight. Might look for the Grav to end the fight. However, starting off, they're just going to have the sights.
All playing...
See a Brig coming up.
Looks like he's going to go...
Really.
Wow.
And Names Wolf diving into the backlines, hoping to pop that Primal to cause some disruption. She taking out Brontosaur. Lord. Names Wolf does take out Wilsonator. The res comes out on the Biggie Twig. Currently, Smoothbrain Gang is up 1-2. The sights coming out from Shushi, hoping to find something. The trans, however, coming out from Biggie Twig to counter it, along with the Valk. Hefty does find McNarn. The grab does come out. Pretty big grab there, finding 3 so far. Or sorry, 2 so far. Now technically 4. And that was a really fast fight turn from Toaster Oven getting the grab there.
Yeah, wow. Very good hold from Carolina Reapers there. Yeah, I don't really have too much to say to that other than it was looking good, and then it wasn't for Smooth
Yeah.
Brain Gang.
I mean, the biggest thing was the grab. They just turned the fight entirely in the favor of Carolina Reapers, finding, I think they found 2 inside of the grab and then 2 right after it. We do see the thing coming out from the name's Wolf now.
See that, and we see Ball about to get his mines. We have a barrage on the way.
Deadeye coming out. Juice does
Deadeye
find 3. That's huge.
Wow. Juice coming in clutch, getting taken out by Steck Monster, but all for naught really. As
General Dill waiting for the touch. However, he's spotted, and the Brig might stun him here.
The Brig could definitely cause
like he's
some
gonna get the touch. He still does have mines. Finds the health pack.
He's got the touch.
Oh, he does get the touch. Ooh, the pick from McNar does get one. General Dill being traded out. The mines do come out, however. And the Dragon's coming out a little bit low, I feel like. Trying to start popping the barrage, just trying to get as much card progress as they can. Does find Wilsonator. And really, they're just waiting for Biggie Twig or Steck Monster to get their ults to try to find something else. On the side of Carolina Reapers, they have their Brig ult coming in. They're going to have Primal right here to stall for a little bit longer before their team gets back. Shishifu hoping to find the soldier ult.
Oh!
Huge picks early. Well, not early, but here comes the rock.
Oh, no! What just happened?
Biggie Twig looks like he got nay-nayed, as the children say nowadays.
Yeah, wow. He got styled on, and he had to take a quick pee break. We will return momentarily as we figure out our internet. It seems like the entire world right now has bad internet. And
he's already back.
Oh, never mind. I lied.
And I mean, so right now it looks like the fight's going in the favor of Smooth Brain Gang. Was Biggie Twig still alive? I'm assuming he was. Dan, did you see?
I am not 100% sure.
Okay. Since, I mean, right now, there are no supports on the side of Smooth Brain Gang on point, which is kind of an issue coming into this fight with Wilsonator already having popped the rally. Since that's just going to give so much sustain on the side of Carolina Reapers that, like, unless Smooth Brain Gang can really focus targets, Wilsonator is in the front if you're paying attention. So there's a chance that he just gets mowed down right here, and that's what I am praying for Smooth Brain Gang. Since if they don't do that right here, just the armor and survivability from Rally is, in my opinion, going to be too much for them to be able to really turn it without support.
And if that's not enough, if you look, Shushifoof is 5 away from his tactical visor, and if this fight lasts any longer than it needs to be, Smooth Brain Gang has the potential to just get mowed down, or at least heavily inconvenienced by these visors.
And I mean, Juice is probably going to find that Deadeye in about 10 seconds too.
Juice somehow, someway will be behind the team with a Deadeye, and everyone will die.
Yes,
even the spectators. And
here we go. Wilsonator gets booped back very far, however, still alive. Wow. Juice finding name's Wolf. I believe he was in the air when he found that, but I might be wrong. And Juice just wrecking house there.
We predicted it. He came in and absolutely could have built Deadeye had the round not ended there. Very huge kills coming in very end. I think that was 4 in total for Juice at the very end to secure them not getting to the 3rd point. But overall, much better play from Smooth Brain Gang up to that point. Even like fighting that, there was a whole lot going on there. We've got another pause coming in from the side of Smooth Brain Gang.
Guessing some more internet issues seems to be a pretty common thing tonight.
It looks like I am dying, and I will be rezzed very momentarily. But yeah, that was great play from Smooth Brain Gang, getting it up that far with that comp lineup. I think that definitely suits them more, especially on this map. We saw a lot of good plays from Ball. We saw a lot of good plays from the Winston there. I will say, Sombra did numbers on the first 2 points, especially that huge EMP to secure the first point. I think there was a lot of good things happening there on that side, a lot of good fights won, and I'm excited to see what they'll be like on the defensive end here. Hopefully these issues get resolved very quickly. Let's see. Apparently, it's my fault for not being Bay, but just fam. Okay. 5.
This has been attempting to read things with Groovy.
Yep.
Yeah.
He finally learned how to count past 4. I
It's
still haven't done
crazy.
it myself personally, you know, percussionists and all that. Dead
I
ponies. Oh.
Hmm?
Just reading the chat also.
Look, my biggest thing on my resume under skills is learning to read. Now, I
Not
know that
learning.
that seems like
Of
a big
course.
red flag, but it should inform employers that I have a desire to get better and grow as a person. Um,
And
Anywho, we see
oh, do you
the
see?
same
Yeah.
the same lineup coming in for Smooth Brain Gang. I don't. Oh,
Oh, Biggie
and now
yells
I'm
at Toaster and then dies.
What's
Toaster.
happening?
And it looks as though somebody is making breakfast downstairs, halting Biggie Twig from playing the game.
Yes, of
Uh,
course.
So for chat that didn't see the game just yet, Biggie Twig went, "Yo, Toaster, leave game."
We have a theory running around that the router being hooked up to the many appliances in the Biggie Twig household is being occupied by likely some toast. If you haven't already, this might be a good time to go grab some toast.
Go grab some
Chill
toast.
out.
If you're smelling toast, you might be having a stroke.
I was
And
about
I
to
asked
say
if this was
that.
serious.
Somebody
Um,
might be making toast with your router, and you might want
Yes.
to check that.
I asked just because I was curious. Apparently, Biggie was alive when he got disconnected, which is very unfortunate to them. Since it just meant that they had no support in that last fight on the last point.
I think I do remember Lucio being a big presence on that cart, allowing them to at least stay contested, giving 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 Wolf and everybody involved some more time to just click and shoot and kill. But
Yes,
as
and you should sub and stream at the same time.
we're looking for a oh
Are they sure they don't want a 1600 on their team? I can hop in right now. You know.
about a peak. No, you know what? Yeah, mine's I think up around 1700 right now.
I think that's where mine is sitting right now, like 1770, 18, but that doesn't
Hey.
really matter. Not that important right now.
Boys, I peaked 2083 in on support this season, and I think that deserves a round of applause.
You get one clap coming from me. Just
Thank you.
do
Please,
you have
No, you go for it. I was just gonna say nothing.
okay. I was gonna say Smoothbrain Gang does have to be happy with their performance there. Does get it. I'm guessing about 7 meters from the final point. They really don't have to worry unless Carolina Reapers essentially full caps it. Which if they keep on playing as they were for most of that round should not be an issue.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, I don't know if this is just early pick cheese or not, but it looks like Carolina Reapers might be going with Diva Winston here. We'll see if that carries on through. On the side of Smooth Brain Gang, we don't have the Lucio anymore. Instead, we are electing for an Ana, which definitely helps slow the game down, allows for more potential for picks, especially with the huge nade. There should be a lot of opportunities for cleanup, and we see the Diva hop off in favor of the ball. The shutdown spam coming in from Toaster Oven, and the
We see
game is
the
about to
Sombra
start.
scouting a little, by the way.
Oh, yes. And an Invis Sombra coming in.
We see Names Wolf sitting on the high ground, hoping to get some cleave in, getting his ult charged pretty fast, probably. Brontosaur on the soldier getting dived slightly already. Names Wolf does come with the counter dive. Ooh, Magnar already getting a kill onto T-Mock. Pretty early. And
sick. And that's
Does
the
get out
benefit of
the
Sombra, just
Toaster of an
absolutely
hack.
going in there undetected, taking out the Ana. But even still, Carolina Reaper is just getting a whole lot of distance
Kills
on
here,
this
yeah.
point, and they're still getting kills.
And Juice gets another onto Magnar. I mean,
Wow. Yeah.
this is what we needed to see come out from Carolina Reapers if they want to cap it here. That was pretty huge already. I think they lost the fight originally. Like they were down one and then managed to trade it out and won that fight pretty evenly.
Yeah.
Or pretty
Got another
decisive.
opportunity to contest.
FT
maybe?
already with the primal, just gonna stall here. Names Wolf looking to farm up his primal. Doesn't get it before he dies. Hefty does find the kill on the Stack Monster, which honestly, if they cap the point here, is huge for the next point.
I will say,
General
Carolina
Bill
Reaper
and
did
Big
not
Big
have
stalling
either
Valley.
of their support for a little bit. They still don't have supports on the fight right here. We've got Ana coming back as fast as she can. But
I mean,
yeah,
the respawns are favoring Smooth Gang. And if they can turn it here, this is a pretty rough place to push sometimes on attack. Which,
absolutely.
General Dill going to be having the mines very soon. Biggie Twig going to be having the beat soon, but is it going to be soon enough to counter the Nano Blade? Doesn't appear like it will be. That's going to come out in about 3 seconds. Juice getting the kill onto Biggie Twig. This Nano Blade should be free here. However, General Dill does pop the mines, getting Juice. Nano Blade coming in. Doesn't find anyone yet. Actually, doesn't find anyone in general. Great mind zoning that off. Everyone's low on the side of Smoothbrain Gang, however. Really just 1 or 2 hits off of death. Brontosaur gets taken up. Twig comes in with the beat, saving his team. And yeah, that EMP was huge. Shushi did die in the mines. I would have thought they were gone by now too, don't worry. However, Carolina Reaper still trading this out positively for themselves. Just Biggie Twig on point does get taken down.
A big stagger coming in on the soldier. And wow, that was a very, very well contested point there. Unfortunately for Smooth Brain Gang, there still leaves a lot of time left on the board as they valiantly tried to stall, but just could not do it with the sheer girth.
Ooh, T-Mock already low made himself.
Ooh.
I mean, I think what happened there was essentially they got a full minute and a half or so of stall from Smooth Brain Gang. Used all 6 of their ults. T-Mock does take out Magnar very early.
Wow.
Magnar, sorry. Juice breaking the Winston bubble. Primal coming out from Wolf. Hoping to at least distract Juice, probably. Juice is sitting on a Deadeye. Does pop it just to get names Wolf, it looks like. Does get Magnar. And I mean...
Wow. Disrespect, but honestly deserved.
Names Wolf and Hefty just standing in each other's faces, holding mouse 1 right now. Names Wolf getting taken out since Hefty did have his team come behind him to support him.
That I don't know what I just saw, but that was Overwatch for sure.
Do you guys see Shushi almost hitting Magnar? With the shurikens, just spraying since he thinks he's in that general area and was correct. We see Dill stalling on point, 95 to the mines, hoping to pop in about 3 seconds probably popping it about right now. Hoping to turn this fight for his team. So far they're down 1 on the side of Smooth Brain Gang, down 2 now. And I mean...
Yeah.
Steck gonna find 1, but not enough.
And now I think a switch off of the ball after mines is absolutely called for. Or a switch to a more defensive comp here definitely would be in favor of Carolina Reaper if they want to ensure this victory, considering they've got a little over 3 minutes to stall.
Luckily for Smooth Brain Gang, Carolina Reapers has the Blade but not the Nano for this fight. They are going to have Blade and, gets hacked and killed. Juice is going to be coming up on the Deadeye very soon, though, I was going to say. And he's probably going to find his way into their backlines and pop that next fight. Smooth Brain Gang gets basically a free fight win there.
Yeah.
Coming up on 6 ults now.
I guess the whole contesting doesn't really matter. All they have to do is stop them from capping. Space is not really too much of a concern on the side of
Sushi going down again?
Wow. Yeah, Magnar playing pretty good on the Sombra here. I'm very impressed.
Every single thing he's hacked has died this fight.
Yeah. I mean, and 2 of them were Sushi, to be fair.
We've got 6 ults on the side of Smooth Brain Gang.
Juice
Very good ult usage.
It was a zoning one, I would say.
Ult Fiesta, ult Fiesta, ult Fiesta.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see the EMP coming out early. We're probably gonna see like the beat saved for a little while until the blade comes out. However, the coalescence is probably gonna come out early, and if they aren't coordinating, we're gonna see 6 ults
Goes
at once.
down again.
We see 1 coming out. Does find Juice with the mines. Wilsonator gets taken out too. Might just be the mines for this fight, and that's pretty impressive on the side of Smooth Brain Gang.
Yeah, mines, just mines. Literally the fastest charging ult that you have on your side.
He's already a fourth of the way to having another one.
Awesome.
I mean, they didn't even have to use the EMP there.
Yeah, that's there. That was great ult usage there. Ult conservation. Although on the side of Carolina Reaper, they do have 5 building, are about to have 5.
Banana Blade, and we're hoping to see the beat Banana Blade. However, if possible, he can do enough damage to cleave through the whole beat. Doesn't appear like he is going to, however, and now we're going to see the Q Fiesta from Smooth Brain Gang, popping the EMP to try to counter Wilsonator a little bit, seeing the ball going back onto point. We have Names Wolf coming in with a Primal, and Juice has another Deadeye from the side, it looks like. Popping it, does get stack. And I mean, unless something big happens with this Primal from Names Wolf, this might just be point. The Primal does come out. It does get point. The grab was a little bit too close to point, I think. Names Wolf does get shredded, though. I mean, the ball's spinning around 95 to mines. If you can find these in the next few seconds, you might be able to pop them. Does get taken down, though. And I mean, the May gets taken down, Brontosaur gets taken down, and Biggie Twig gets taken down, and that's going to be map.
Wow. All around, wow. Yeah, that's all I can say. That's the word of the night for me. Carolina Reaper coming in absolutely huge on the last couple fights there. A very valiant effort from Smooth Brain Gang, though. Taking 2 fights basically with 1 ult used. Very impressive, to say the least. But that's all for naught as Carolina Reaper takes down Smooth Brain Gang 3-0 in the series. And Carolina Reaper moves on to the grand finals, where they will play the winner of Smooth Brain Gang and the winner of Team by Tito's and Birds Aren't Real, I believe. So that was a whole lot of teams I just named, but they will play somebody.
And,
Team by Tito's will be playing Birds Aren't Real coming up on Thursday night, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. Tomorrow night, though, we've got the Red Division, our lower of the 2 finals coming up. Going to be High Nuke 3 versus the Magic Bang Bus.
Ooh, big teams.
And I think all we have to do tonight still is the voting on the MVP, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
Can I pop in 1 nomination myself? I'm gonna ask if we can at least put in Names Wolf into it, since I think his plays on both the Monkey and the Rhine were pretty huge.
Absolutely.
His team did end up losing, but I think we saw some pretty good usage of especially the Rhine Shield to block other shatters.
Names Wolf was doing very well. Magnar, I think, on Dorado especially, doing numbers, doing big damage with the Sombra. Just picking off people at inopportune times for the other team. Absolutely winning a couple fights there for him.
And then from the side of Carolina Reapers, to me, honestly, the 2 biggest impact players were Shushi and Juice.
Absolutely. Hefty also getting his name thrown in there.
Oh yeah,
absolutely huge plays on Ilios.
Literally getting like 500 primals.
Just making Monkey look like Moira there.
You know, I thought that like when he was ulting, he was going back to the laser cannon as opposed to the primal state, just because of how often he was in primal, you know?
Mm-hmm. It was absolutely insane plays from them. We will get the poll up in a little bit. We'll be figuring that out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a very, very fun game to watch.
Honestly, very good showing from Carolina Reapers there.
Looking like a well-oiled machine, steamrolling right into the grand finals. We will see them play at some point soon. If you're Smooth Brain Gang, what is your talk like now?
I mean, in my opinion, the first biggest thing is not to get demotivated or demoralized. Since they did get 3-0 tonight, which is something that can be a little bit rough coming off of. However, they played very well, especially on that third map. They have to just remember that this wasn't their night, and they have to come into the next match they played completely bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and just hoping to destroy here.
Oh yeah.
Since if they can win the next match that they're in, then they are coming back up against Carolina Reapers. So they also have to be thinking in the back of their minds while thinking about whoever their next opponent is, of what they're going to do to try to counter those insane flanking Deadeyes, along with the just Hanzo dinks that were coming out. Since in my opinion, those were the two biggest things that did them in for the first two maps at least.
Absolutely. Yeah, on the side of Smooth Brain Gang, I think the scoreboard does say 3-0, but as you said, the doesn't tell the entire story. That Dorado could have gone either way. Ilios, especially on the first point, that also could have gone either way. Just huge ult usage by Carolina Reaper prevented that. But I could have seen Ilios going to that well and allowing for, I believe it was Biggie Twig, to really go ham on the Lucio and have a lot of fun. It's a shame that that didn't get picked. As
I'm always sad when we don't
maps.
see Well.
Well is my favorite, I think. My favorite, just like map in general. I think Well is great, but Smooth Brain Gang does not need to hang their head super low for this one. They did an amazing job. I will just dust yourselves off, get ready for the next game, and just look to dominate and get a big head of steam, because it looks like they will be playing. Depending on who they play, they might be a little bit fresher, depending on what have you. And I don't know. I think they can take some pride, even though on the scoreboard and in the stat line, it doesn't look like a good game for them. Poll in the chat right now for MVP. If you're still here and you're wanting to vote on who your MVP is, I'm going to do that right now. I will not share my vote because I believe that would be
immoral.
That would be very immoral. That's collusion. Let's see. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, again, just some very fun Overwatch to watch tonight.
Absolutely.
And when is the next game again, Dan? Do we know?
Tomorrow night, Red Division Finals, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, baby.
You heard the man. Be here or be parallelogram. That's the phrase, right, guys.
A parallelogram with 4 right angles and diagonals that bisect one another. And,
featherless biped.
All sides equal.
And I mean, just while we're waiting for a little bit longer, Dan, do you think there was anything we missed when we were sort of saying what happened that game? Was there anything you noticed that may not have been touched upon?
People play game. So one person particularly did not play a lot of game this evening, because he's stinky. But yeah, no, game was played. You all did a good summary there. I don't have a whole lot of extra.
There is a very small part of me, and this is something that's going to be impossible for Smooth Brain Gang not to think of, at least for a little bit. Do you think they could have turned it if Biggie Twig was still in the map, like for that last fight?
If I remember right, Biggie Twig was like 55% to beat. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say unlikely. It does mean you get a little more healing, a little more maneuverability going on if he's alive. But
Yeah. I mean, they'd
I
have healing in general there.
yeah, I don't think the beat was gonna change it as much as his possible damage and healing output.
Yeah. And I mean, the Brig didn't die right away, like I was saying, had to happen. And that just sort of snowballed into the point being just stormed over.
Yeah. I personally think, well, yeah, it might not have decided the game for them. Biggie Tuig was very present in terms of just stall presence and allowing them to keep the fight and the pressure going. Like you said, with constant heals, I believe there could have been a little bit more time bought had he not DC'd there, unfortunately. But definitely not something to hang your hat on. That stuff happens all the time. That is not the reason that they did not win. But I do. It's unfortunate, and then there's a little bit of like the psychological, like, oh, is this gonna happen again? Oh, what could have happened if that didn't happen? That's natural. That's gonna happen. But I think definitely focusing on what did very well, and which was that first attack. Absolutely making it look kind of easy. Smooth Brain Gang taking Carolina Reaper for that first point, and with a very, very nice synergy.
Yeah.
And I think it was very impressive to see. I loved the tank switch up. That was very nice, just using showcasing their hero pool a bit, using Zoo Pals there very effectively. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Let's take a look at the stats of this poll real quick and see how many
And
people have voted.
coming in, we'll give you 2 more seconds, and by 2 more seconds, I mean no more seconds. Our
No more
MVP
seconds.
poll for the evening, with 3 of our 5 votes, is going to be Sushi Foof.
Absolutely, hats off to that man. Very cracked on the Hanzo. Absolutely dominating, making it so hard for Smooth Brain Gang to have a fight effectively. Always like feeling like they were a man down when Shushi was on that Hanzo and playing very effectively, especially on Eichenwald. Man,
Yeah, and I mean, even the Genji coming out was pretty clean on Dorado.
for sure.
I haven't personally seen him play a ton of Genji, but I knew it was in his hero pool, and like it was still very impressive to see.
Yeah. A well-deserved MVP for Shushi Foof. I don't know about you guys, but I don't have too much to say. Is there any closing remarks we'd like to make? Is there any pressing announcements we'd like to make before we wrap this thing up?
I just wanted to say, I hope everyone has a good night tonight and stay safe.
I echo that. Tune in tomorrow for Red Division Finals. I believe we said Thursday for the losers bracket semifinals. And yeah, all is well. I hope you guys all have a good night. From us, the team here, Dan, Jax, Joey, myself. Yeah, have a great night.